I'm super excited about today's video. I am going to be testing out the HTV Ront Clear HTV. You might have seen this going around where they're doing sublimation on the Clear HTV, and this allows you to do sublimation on shirts that are cotton. So I'm really excited. I am going to be doing the hack where you actually use white HTV under the clear HTV so that you can sub on shirts that are not white. The clear HTV itself, you can use it on white or light colored fabrics, but if you put white HTV under it, then you'll be able to sub on fabrics that are not white. So I'm super excited to try this out. So if you want to see how it turned out, just keep watching. If you're new to my channel, my name is Leslie. My channel is all about crafting on a budget. I do sublimation and sewing videos. So if any of those things interest you, please consider subscribing, joining my YouTube family, and let's jump into this video. So the Clear HTV comes in two different finishes. It comes in matte and glossy. This is the matte that I'm going to be trying out today. So this roll is a 20-foot roll, and it comes packaged just like this. So it's just a big roll of Clear HTV, which is really nice. You get quite a bit of it. It also comes with instructions on how to use it. So it comes with instructions on how to press it if you're using the heat press, or if you're using something like an easy press or the HTV Ront press, the hand one. It gives you instructions on how to print it. It tells you what temperature, how long to press it, what settings you need to have when you're printing. It gives you everything you need to know on how to use this, which is really nice. In order to do the white HTV hack, you're gonna need your clear HTV. You're gonna need some white, just regular white HTV, not glitter HTV. You need some butcher paper for the sublimation portion, some heat tape, a Teflon sheet for when you're pressing your HTV, and whatever fabric you're gonna be using, whether it's fabric, a t-shirt, whatever it is, a tote bag, you need that as well. And then obviously you're gonna need your heat press. I have the Heat Press Nation Black Series heat press. So let's get started on designing our product. You're gonna start off by getting your design and creating an offset. You're gonna create one offset and make it black, and then another one, just copy and paste that one and make it a different color. One is gonna be your white HTV and the other one's gonna be your clear HTV. Then we're gonna press make it, and you're gonna make sure that you have your printed cut page and then two separate cut pages. And also I went back and I took out the contours so that I didn't have all these little tiny like places where my Cricut would have to cut. I just made it one solid piece with only one contour in it. Also make sure to use the system dialog when you're printing it, and then use your print manager or whatever settings for your printer, and make sure that it is mirrored because you are gonna sub on it. Use this to sub. For the HTV, I just cut it on everyday iron-on using my Cricut. I cut both the clear HTV and the white HTV using the same setting. So while our Cricut is cutting out our sublimation paper, I'm gonna take the fabric that I'm gonna be using. I'm gonna pre-press it to get any wrinkles out. I'm actually gonna take it, fold it in half to find my half. And then I'm gonna press it to get any wrinkles out. Just for a few seconds. That's gonna help me, folding it down the middle is gonna help me know where to put in the middle of my design. I'm gonna take my white HTV now. I'm gonna make sure there's no dust and make sure you took out any pieces that needed to be weeded out. And you wanna make sure that the shiny part is on the outside. So you're gonna line it up where you want it. And you can take your HTV and you can fold it in the middle and kind of pinch it if you need to know where your center is at. And then we're gonna tack that down for maybe, I didn't lower my temperature. My temperature is set at 385 right now. So we're gonna tack that down for maybe 5 seconds, maybe 3 seconds. So not very long. I'm going to lift up my clear transfer sheet. I'm gonna let this cool down because I accidentally pressed it for too long. Okay, so now I'm gonna put back my fabric now that it's kind of cool. And I'm going to take the clear HTV. Again, you wanna make sure this was mirrored as well. And you wanna put it over it. And it should fit just exactly over it. And then the instructions say to tack that down. So it says to apply heavy pressure for 10 to 20 seconds, and then it's gonna be a cold peel. I'm gonna put a Teflon sheet on top of that, and then I'm gonna press for 10 to 20 seconds. And now we're gonna set this to the side and let it cool down completely before taking that carrier sheet out. Now that it's nice and cold, you can just peel off that plastic off of it. And then now you're gonna get your sublimation paper and you're gonna put that on top. So just make sure to line it up nicely. Take your heat tape and tape it down. And now we're going to press. The instructions say to press at 40 to 50 seconds with heavy pressure. So I'm putting a Teflon sheet again on top. You can use a butcher paper. And then we're just gonna press for 40 to 50 seconds. And again, I'm doing 385 degrees. Okay, so now I'm gonna take the Teflon sheet off. Careful, that's hot. And I'm going to start just lifting it up. That's how much ink release I had. I'm using the HTV Ront sublimation paper, and I had really good ink release. Ooh, that's really pretty. So it turned out so cute. Look at that. I love that. Like, this is such a game changer for like being able to sub on fabrics that are not white. So here are my tips that I learned along the way of trying this out. Make sure that you use fresh butcher paper underneath. Whatever, if there's creases in that butcher paper, it's gonna show up when you're pressing because you're using hard pressure. So those creases, you can see some creases, that's from my butcher paper. When you're designing your design for this, I think if it's like really intricate, like this one's really intricate, you can see all of these little areas here. You want to create an offset that is a little bit bigger than your design and then group them together, select them both together, the design and that offset. I made the offset white, and then you want to flatten it. This is if you're gonna like cut it with your Cricut, because that way your Cricut is not trying to cut all these intricate parts. Another thing that came to me after I had already done all that is that you don't need your Cricut to cut your sublimation design. You can, but you don't need it to. You can just cut it by hand and put it on top. Because for something like this, it was a pain in the butt. But turned out so cute. So those are the only two things that I would say to keep in mind when you're doing this. But it is so cute. I love it. I think this is a game changer. It really is. So let me know down below if you guys also tried this out. I will have a coupon code for you guys down below. So I'll have this listed for you. You'll have a coupon code. And also make sure to check out the tumblers as well. I did a video on trying their tumblers as well. So go check that out. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. Thank you for watching this video. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.